essentially you got push in mid, push on boss. You should, well, eventually have push on bot, so you're going to be in a position where you should be able to. They would have liked to kind of build that timing window where they had 10 minutes, say, before they really had to fight at the dragon and could trade for turrets on side. But I think you're going to find Ignar. We'll just back away.
I think Ignar was, at least mine was game relevant originally. Also, yeah, you're the rapper amongst us, Vedi. I've had your Christmas gifts, they're very well wrapped.
It's almost as good as my Gwen joke from yesterday.
Oh, true.
Caps in some trouble.
Yeah, Juhan's there, lands the stun, doesn't quite get the passive down, but Caps even with a flash dodges the Mystic Shot, is able to just survive. Yike coming in from the side as well. I'm not sure he wants much more of this. He does manage to land onto Jackies, who still has a flash. Yike now hits the level 6 off the minions, but he's gonna die to the Pyroclasm. Juhan takes the kill, Yike overstepping.
I'm surprised that he thought he had the damage to win that.
Overstays, because this is something G2 do a lot, which is have Mickey reset very early and try and get him out onto the map first, but it does leave Hansama vulnerable at times with Patrik.
Has to use the cleanse.
Nasty trade there. Patrik really couldn't do much about it.
Yeah, Patrik's dead. He's got the flash, but Mickey will knock him into the wall, and then with a hail of blades and a hammer shot combo. GIANTX currently grouped up around those grubs. Broken Blade has the ability to jump in. There's the ammo. Oh, just in the gap. Nature's Grass coming out as well. Ignar tanks it up for the moment. Jackie's putting some damage down, but Broken Blade dives in, and Ignar almost dies. Yike flashes for him, can't quite get him. Mickey down to half HP as well. Yike going back in with a twisted advance, but he's been abandoned by the rest of G2, and the flash forward was a flash to his demise. GIANTX find one.
Feels like Yike just set.
But highlighting that he has been a little bit disconnected. Either way, I think in that fight specifically, that wasn't entirely his fault, to his credit, but mainly because he was following up the criticism. With the play with the ranking completed, he has some very serious kill threat in that matchup as well.
I think the first item being complete across the board is a good setup for G2 here.
They look for the engage, the arrow going down as well, and Juhan is locked up and doesn't have a moment to breathe before he dies. Ignar will follow suit as G2 find 2.
I mean, the coordination that we criticized G2 before, that was a great example of it. Just very well executed, the Hex Flash from Mickey.
Jackie's can buffer the Arcane Shift away. The Antonio, is his fate sealed here? I don't quite think so. Broken Blade will dash back to the Soul Unbound.
Good timing window from G2 to punish as they're going to look for Jackie's again.
Jackie still has flash here. Arcane shifts away. Mickey falls first. Flash away, but Caps is there for the chase. I find a couple of autos will put Jackie's in his place. G2 playing all over the map as Broken Blade continues to dive the Antonio on the bottom side. The Rift Herald secured as well. The Antonio trying to flash away. Broken Blade snaps back. And we'll get some more damage on this tower as the Antonio has to limp to safety.
Agency this Yone gives in this matchup, and it all comes back to what the AD was talking about, what we've talked about for GIANTX. Their formula for draft is very to your own hands, becomes a lot harder, just because you don't have those playmaking tools.
But I think that's what GX is trying to do now with the playmakers.
Magnustorm immediately onto Mickey. He tries to jump back in, but GIANTX have found a pick. Ignar going in, as you say, that playmaking.
At least try and defend now against Broken Blade because you've got numbers advantage on the map.
Broken Blade for a second there, I think, was debating whether he takes the Rift Herald out, tries to charge away. Juhan is closing in on him. Mortal Steel is going to do a little bit of damage as Juhan falls to half HP. Broken Blade dashing in, but he can't land the Q3. Juhan down to about 250 HP. Call of the Forge God coming out. Broken Blade will step to the side of it, but they still manage to lock him down for a second. The True Shot Barrage coming out as well. In the end, Broken Blade falls to the blaze. Juhan takes him, but Mickey, Flash Ignite, and a buckler to the back is enough to kill the brand.
I love that GIANTX are trying to force these plays on the map. They get a good pick onto Mickey. They are able to punish. Juhan is in the area.
GIANTX have they've done a good job of getting a ward just outside of the pit. On both the Baron plays, they have had vision of it being started, even though G2 have tried to be sneaky around it, and now with the TP coming in, the Antonio has the Call of the Forge God. Jackie's is yeeted the hell out of there. Call of the Forge God lands a double man knock up, but the Baron's already secured, and GIANTX can't find the engage. No flash on Ignar makes it very tricky for them to get in. Oh, they go back in, flash forward by Yike, but immediately he dies. Broken Blade. Can he steal some fates here? Dashes back with the Soul Unbound, and GIANTX have a man advantage. Juhan still has his ultimate, the Pyroclasm a possibility. In the end, the Baron goes over to G2, but Yike does fall.
Yike going a bit too far forward, and now GIANTX again will get another dragon for themselves.
sole point for GIANTX, whether they can survive 5 minutes further to get towards that Ocean Soul and whether they'll be in a position to fight it at that time still remains a question. Summer flashing forward underneath the turret. Juhan caught out down towards the bottom side as well. G2 find 2 more, and now GIANTX are at a numbers disadvantage on this Baron push. The wave shoving in, Broken Blade trying to dodge away with the Magnet Storm coming in. The True Shot Barrage has connected as well. Broken Blade dashes back in. The fate sealed on Jackie won't give him enough of a shield to get the kill in response. Broken Blade dies. G2 will take a tier 3 in mid and a tier 3 in bot.
GIANTX doing what they can to get something back, a foothold into this game, but G2 will not give them a moment's breath. They secured the mid inhibitor, they set their sights on the bot one, but they don't want to overstay their way. Welcome, Ignar and Antonio are here. The Ornn ultimate, I believe, is almost off cooldown.
Super minions pushing in bot and mid, and shortly you have to feel they'll have them in top as well. Cap's keeping 2 waves shoved at once. Jackie's trying to answer him. There's still a whole item disparity between those 2 mid laners. Mickey stepping forward. Call of the Forge God not available for the Antonio, but the Magnet Storm is for Ignar. Keeper's Verdict out by Mickey. The inhibitor tower falls. G2 start to retreat. Jackie's unable to join his team as of yet, and no real engage available.
Looks like it's going to end in G2's favor once more.
Double supers in the top lane. Be joined by their comrades in mid. TP away from the Antonio. Realized as he was going to be collapsed on. Keeper's Verdict coming out. Nature's Grasp hits one. Juhan able to dodge away from it. And Mickey's already down to 200 HP. The All of the Forge God hits the backline. Pyroclasm there to follow it up. And Hunsummer might die in the blaze. He does. The dive in from Broken Blade won't be enough to keep GIANTX at bay. The Antonio face plants the wall. And GIANTX will get 1 kill. They still have to try and delay the game.
Back out, but yes, you get a kill, but you're already losing in Nexus turrets as well. It's still kind of G2 slowly closing this game out.
Hey, but now the Baron is back alive, and GIANTX, unfortunately, the downside of having all of this quote-unquote free farm is that it does mean that you don't really have any control over the map, making it hard to contest this objective.
Nice attempt from Jackie to see if he can steal it away.
Stepping quite far forward here. Broken Blade having that fate sealed. It's a little bit precarious of a situation to be in. GIANTX trying to clear out the wave. There's the Call of the Forge God from behind. The Antonio found the flank. They get onto Caps and they'll shut him down. Mickey the next target for Patrik, and on the backline, the stopwatch will stop the face seal from coming out. Bullet timing invested by Patrik, but Hunsummer's already killed off the brand. Patrik starts to open up, and he's got a 2-level disadvantage, and a big disadvantage when it comes to HP as well. It looked hopeful for a second for GIANTX, but G2 will wipe them away. You can take Caps, but you cannot take the win. 2-0, G2.
Confident play from G2 once more. The combo could not work for GIANTX, and G2 just play out smarter on the map and make sure they keep control of this game.
Ultimately, just the macro difference, I think, is on full display right now. G2 know how to play the mid-game, better lane assignments, they know how to play through their pushing lanes as well. Think about how difficult it was for GIANTX to even cross-map with Broken Blade, creating so much pressure on the side lane.